What's going on, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another Scum video. I hope we're doing well. Something a little bit different today, guys, and this is a bit of an off-the-cuff kind of video, so I'm not going to be perfect with the commentary or anything. I'm not going to do any retakes. This is how it's going to be for this one, and I want to just talk a little bit about where Scum's at currently right now. I want to give you guys just a little bit of a background on myself very, very quickly and to where we are right now. This isn't necessarily personally a channel thing, it's just the open world genre in gaming in general. And I would really appreciate you guys to watch this in its entirety and leave a comment down below, because I will have a couple of questions that I'm going to throw, during this as well. And it's all with good intentions, ladies and gents. Nothing negative, it's good intentions. I just want everyone to understand that. So, many years ago, a friend came to me, one of my friends, and he said, "Hey, I've found a really cool open world survival game, and it's on a game called Armor, and there's a mod that you have to get. You have to go to 3 different websites to get it." Now, at this point, I wasn't really stable in any game that I was really playing. I loved my horrors, and I did a bit of flight simming and stuff like that. That was kind of what I did. The second we got all the game installed and everything, and the mods working, I was hooked on open world survival at this point. I was heavily hooked. And I spent 12 to 15,000 hours in Armor 2 DayZ alone. And I must have gone through 3 limited edition box sets of Armor 2 that I purchased at that time. Now after that, I went on to Armor 3. Then that is when, later on, I started to stream. So going back a few years, I went live streaming, and it was me, myself, and a friend that I'd recently met at that time, and we both loved DayZ. And I was like, okay. So we started making videos, and that didn't really work out too well. And anyway, he recommended that I go live, and I'm like, okay, let's try it. And it was at that point I was absolutely hooked. That was the streaming side of stuff, by the way. But it was at that point that I really knew that open world survival was going to be my genre, that was going to be my content, and everything else as well. So we streamed Armor 3, DayZ mod. We had a community, servers, all that sort of stuff going on. There was a lot of people working very, very hard to keep the DayZ Survivors community going at the time. So that came to an end, as all things do. All good things come to an end. And from there, I went on to DayZ Standalone. I had to follow suit. Everyone was on DayZ Standalone, and I was never really a big fan. I didn't really sort of appreciate a lot of things that went into DayZ Standalone. At first, it was an incredible moment. Wow, we're getting our standalone DayZ all the way back from Armor 2. It was a phenomenal moment for everyone who loved DayZ. I pre-purchased the game for £20, and I've never been so disappointed with a purchase that I've made several years later. They just about bring cars and base building in, which at the time, being fairly new, there was a lot of issues with. Why it took so long, we don't know. But it angered a lot of people in the community. And the game is now thriving due to the mods and stuff like that as well. So, the story continues. While I was playing DayZ, a friend of mine, fellow streamer, turned around and said, "Oh, there's a game coming out soon called Scum. I'm going to try it out. Have a look at it." And I was like, "Yeah, all right, okay. This isn't going to stop me playing DayZ." Well, I ate my own words there, and I got heavily hooked on Scum because it gave me the same vibes as Armor 2. The developers are incredibly active, a growing development team from under 10 to over 50, which, guys, is a phenomenal achievement on how far that they've come, and they were going to go bankrupt almost 3 times before they released the game early access, so they kind of had to release it in the state it was, and it wasn't in the worst state, but it could have been better, but there was a lot of issues with desync and stuff like that. So it's kind of a win-win situation with me and being able to stream for a living on YouTube, and I have a phenomenal community which I just cannot thank enough, and I thank my community on a daily basis. And I have to thank Gamepires as well for acknowledging everything that I've done to try and help their game as well. So not only did I want to stream Scum, I also wanted to promote it. And I thought, how am I going to do this? You know, how am I going to promote this game at the same time? Well, over time, you know, I've gotten used to the way I do things, and it's just sort of come out more naturally on how I'm doing things as well. So I wanted to be as professional as I could be when it came to Scum, especially with a new game. And I thought to myself, hey, I could grow with this game, maybe make a name for myself. I don't know. But to have that acknowledgement from the developers over the last few years, and I have played this since the release date, on day one, you can go back and check the stream. I just can't thank them enough for acknowledging me on trying to help their game and trying to push and grow the player base and maybe even bring hundreds, if not thousands, into the game, as well as other people who are creating content too. So guys, I'm not being big-headed in any way and saying, hey, I've done a lot for the game compared to this person. That's not the case. That's not what I'm saying at all. I've done my bit and I'm happy. I'm happy I've helped them grow in that respect and put the content out almost on a daily basis. So I feel like I've hit my goal with what I wanted to do, with helping a game that I saw a lot of, I could see where they wanted to go with the game. And I trusted them. I believed them. And that all became very true. And it really did become very true. Obviously, if you play a game for so long, you will get burnt out on it, etc. So you do have to be a little careful with, you know, how many hours you put into a game, because you will burn yourself out. So I stick to 5 hours a day on my stream days, when I make videos as well. But I still, even to this day, even with a lot of the issues that are currently going on at the minute, and I will put it on, like I said, I'm laying it on the table here, guys. I don't agree with the parachute coming in right now. I don't agree with the aircraft coming in. I know that they're going to bring some form of fun to some extent, ladies and gents, so don't get me wrong. I don't want to feel like I'm being, you know, I'm contradicting myself. Of course, it's going to be funny to see someone fly over and shoot them out the plane or whatever. Right now, I think the game's got bigger problems that they need to deal with. Now, here's what I wanted to say. Unreal Engine 4.26 or 4.27 they're on currently right now. The Lever and his team and Tommy Slav have done a phenomenal job. They really and truly have done a phenomenal job with this game, and all the artwork and the teams and everything else as well. And just looking around this forest just seems, it's the best I've ever seen it in an open world game. You cannot fault that. It looks beautiful in so many different ways, including with the second supporter pack. You can do stuff like this, and you can, you know, you can go around your character. You can go into photo mode to get all the different photos of you and your friends together playing and stuff. It's just gorgeous. Unreal Engine really is the way forward. But there has been a lot of issues recently with the desync and stuff like that as well. And I'm thinking to myself, why leave it over the Christmas period with all of these issues? And don't get me wrong, that's just one of the issues. You know, there's a lot of issues with base building right now. But the beautiful thing here is, ladies and gents, and like I said, I want to keep it positive, is that it is actively being developed. These guys have families. These guys, this is their life. The same way that streaming for me is my life. If you understand what I'm saying. I do not want to make them look bad in any way, shape or form. But if I have a concern, I'm going to bring that concern up and say, hey, why isn't the cooking fixed? Why isn't the base building sort of got to a level where it's, you know, where the flags work as they should, the desync issues and stuff like that, for the client and server side. It's been a mad rush over the years to get the admin side of things so people can play on servers and the admins have the correct options and tools to be able to control their player base and stuff like that as well. I mean, having a game where you can literally pee, like I'm doing right now, to empty my bladder, and obviously I can poop as well and stuff like that, is just crazy. And there's people coming to the community every single day mentioning that alone, and going from the sun and going into the shade gives you different temperatures. Just going from here to here, there is a change. Now, I can't imagine how long that took the programmers to do, and I fully respect the work that they have done. And I do believe that they have done incredibly phenomenal work compared to other survival games. The passion is there, 110%. Now, I like to say to myself, obviously, as a streamer and a content creator, I like, and still, guys, as a person, you know, I'm not like a robot in any way, shape, or form. But I like to have fun with things. Yeah, it's always mentioned. People get sick of the desync. People leave the game. You know, for whatever reason, they come back to it later when it's fixed. That's completely understandable. But the thing I think we have to appreciate is the fact that these guys understand the situation they're in. They're trying to work things out. They've got families. This is their life. You know, they've had issues with earthquakes and COVID over the last 2 years. And stuff like that. And that's very difficult for a team of 50 to not be able to sort of fully work together on a level when they're not even allowed to be in the same place as, you know, where they are over in Croatia. The rules for COVID-19 and stuff differ from everywhere around the world. So it's not been an easy run for them by any means. But I do believe that the priorities for the bugs to get fixed, I think that is something that the players really would prefer to see, other than something like the planes and the parachutes, which I know everyone goes on about, but it's true. And, you know, with the bugs and stuff, that needs to come first as a priority to make sure the core features of the game are working, and hopefully working before 1.0, because we're coming up to 0.7 now. And, you know, we're about to get Outposts, which is going to completely change the game and bring an economy into this little island. And in another video, ladies and gents, I promise you, we will do the lore video and we will go over the lore of the game and we'll sort of compare where they're going, etc. So, where I was saying before, it's a win-win situation with me. I love streaming Scum on a daily basis. I absolutely, I can't even describe how much I enjoy it. Even though there are times when we get angry with a bit of desync or whatever, you know, but over the last month, it has been horrendous. Now, for a game that obviously really wants to grow, and they will push themselves out there, I just want to say a massive thank you to the developers. I really hope to see them get back on track soon, and I really appreciate the acknowledgement that they have given me over the last few years, including to a point by putting my hoodie and my beanie into the game, which I am forever grateful for. And even a picture of my dog who passed away a few years ago, which you'll probably see him in a house somewhere. His name was Spider. Absolutely lovely dog. But it was just really nice for them to be able to acknowledge and, you know, see that I want to help them push the game and get this game out there. You know, there's a lot going on here that I think is so much more advanced than other open world survival games, actively developed. And when 1.0 comes out and the mods come out, people start making mods on the Steam Workshop for the Unreal Engine and Scum, and you know, it's going to take the game to new levels, especially when it comes to the point that they put it out on console as well. I know this has been a little bit of a lengthy video, guys, and I really do hope to see you guys throw some comments down below as well. But I just wanted to lay it on the cards there, guys. You know, I just wanted to put it all on the table, but I don't want to make the devs look bad in any way, shape or form. You know, I appreciate everything they've done. You know, we've all got our own issues behind closed doors as well. And I'm going to be here to support them all the way to the very end. And I hope you guys will as well. So, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And let's really take this game to new places. Let's get this game out there. That's what I've had in my mind since day one. You know, this takes me back and it's very nostalgic for me to play Scum. And I want to push this game and help them get this game out there. And also, it has been phenomenal to grow the channel with this game as well. And a game that I do love. A lot of streamers do tend to, you know, the cliches, streamers hate the game that they stream and play on a daily basis. The key is to not burn yourself out, because you will begin to hate the game you play. So, my channel is all about community, bringing people together. If it feels like we're doing the same thing every day, and we've got people coming in and new people coming into the streams, hey, I've opened my doors, come and hang out, let's go and have some fun, let's grow the community, let's make something, you know, let's be a part of something. And if I can do that playing something that I truly love, then I've won. So I want to thank everyone out there for supporting myself. I want to thank everyone out there for supporting Gamepires. And hope to see you all in the next one. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, ladies and gents. Apologies that this video was a little bit long, but I wanted to just push this out there. So much love. Stay safe to all of you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.